Coronation Night, presented by Binibining Pilipinas Charities Incorporated in partnership with Araneta City, Cream Silk, Smart Araneta Coliseum, and in part by Silka.
And this is your question. Ngayon, madalas natin naririnig na it's okay not to be okay. My question is, when is it okay not to be okay? And when is it not okay to be not okay?
You know, sometimes it's hard to move on, especially that if we lost our loved ones. When we're depressed, when we have anxiety, but most of all, when we want to move forward in life. You know, my favorite saying in a movie Disney, Inside Out, is embrace your sadness. Because in embracing your sadness, you will feel happiness afterwards. Thank you.
My judge is Miss Maria Garcia.
Given the pandemic situation now in the Philippines, should vaccination be a choice or a mandate?
Vaccination should be a choice. And I still remember the days when we were all longing for vaccines to be created. And now that vaccines are available, we tend to get hesitated because we fear of the side effects. But I encourage everyone to choose to get vaccinated because this is the big step for us to move forward and to protect ourselves and our loved ones. Thank you.
I have chosen Mr. Enrique Hill.
Good evening, Binibini.
Good evening, sir.
Hi. Your question is, what are your thoughts about romantic relationships which began and developed on social media during the pandemic lockdown?
To be completely honest, there is nothing wrong with loving relationships that comes from social media because as we all know, we have harnessed the power of social media and this is something that we should celebrate because love knows no time, love knows no place. even at social media, we can meet someone and we can be in love. Thank you.
Chosen Miss Kylie Versosa. Hello, Meiji. I'm Miss Kylie. Hello. My question is, these days, beauty queens are also considered as beauty athletes with all the training we undergo. What is your message of inspiration to all Filipino athletes who are competing in the forthcoming Olympics in Japan, given the pandemic situation?
As a candidate myself, I understand and I completely agree that we are like athletes because we are required to be disciplined. We are required to give our 100% passion and focus on whatever we will do. And to our athletes, I know that you are also waiting for this to happen again. And this will happen again in Japan, and it's a good sign, and it means that there's hope and we are go back to normal. Thank you so much.
Celebrity guest panelist, Congresswoman Vilma Santos.
Magandang gabi, Binibining. This is my question. So much has happened to us in the course of a year. When we emerge from this crisis, what positive change do you foresee happening to humanity in general?
Something positive that I have witnessed during the pandemic is how resilient and adaptable people are. We have been put through a lot the past year, but still we find ways to help one another and find ways to help. And at the end of the day, as long as we put our generosity and charity first, then together we can heal and we can get through this crisis. Thank you.
I chose Judge Mr. Rahul Laurel.
Good evening, Binibini. Hi. Good evening, Binibini.
Good evening.
YOLO. You only live once. Name something you learned and did for the first time during the pandemic, which you consider as the most life-changing of all.
One thing that I did during the pandemic was actually cook food for frontliners because I love to cook, and I also have a food blog which I do in my spare time, and it was such a fulfilling and humbling experience, helping these people and helping contribute to the people who are actually the front lines helping us Filipinos. And so I hope that what I did inspired other women too to also help out one another, because the only way that we can survive and heal and recover through this pandemic is if we help one another. Thank you.
My question will be coming from Miss Liza Soberan.
Hi, good evening, Patricia. So my question for you is, fake news, bashing, rants, and the like are abound on social media. Why do you think they should not be part of the new beautiful, even if they encourage social interactions on this platform?
Social media is such a beautiful technology that has given us, but there is always limitations. So I hope that in social media, we will create a space where there is no hate. Thank you.
My judge is Mr. Joseldo.
Hi, good evening. Binibining number 25. Amidst the hardships and suffering the world is facing now, if you're given a chance to face God and ask one question, what will that be and why?
I will be having a chance to ask God. It is why, but I know that everything happens for a reason. We may be facing pandemic right now, and there is so much uncertainty. But this reveals that every Filipino has a heart of a hero. So thank you, God, for everything, even though we're facing this pandemic. Thank you to all the Filipino heroes.
is your most recent act of kindness? And how did this affect others?
During the pandemic, I was in Siargao, and together, friends and I banded together and created the Siargao Community Kitchen. It was a trying time, and everyone felt how hard it was. Our hearts were heavy, but together we rose. Together we supported our communities and provided our hot meals and assistance to everyone on the island and helped as much as we could. And for me, it proved that together, community conquers all. Thank you. I have chosen celebrity guest panelist, Mr. Michael Cinco. Kindly turn to the screen to see your question.
Hello and good evening to you, Binibining. Here's my question. How important are luxury items like bags, clothes, and jewelry for a woman when the national economy is down and struggling?
In life, we always find ourselves at a crossroad of choices. Women always have a choice whether to prioritize luxury items while we are facing a pandemic, and also they have a choice to embrace a concept of a new beautiful, which is responsive to the needs of the time, adaptive to the change of times. And I think I would choose to be that woman who understands the problems of the Philippines, the problems of my community, so that we would be able to uplift each other. And I would be that kind of woman who would comfort the afflicted and afflict the comfortable.